Just trying to get it together, folks. Welcome to Dad's Workshop. Let me shut that door. It's kind of loud. Oh, Daniel. Daniel's the first one here. Welcome, Daniel. My marker. Daniel is the first one in today. Boom, Daniel, you get Chardonnay's not going to get that pretty diagonal mark as we originally thought. Huh? I'm going to get the other post like this, and I'm going to start. I'm not quite completely carved on all the tenons and the mortises. I'm going to go back and try those again. But what I want to do is pick two posts, basically put stickers on the inside of each post, and then I'm going to 2 5/8 inches down. I'm going to cut a mortise for a blind tenon. Just the 2x4's width, half of that actually, 3/4 of an inch wide, and it's going to be housed an inch and a half in. So the whole 2x4 is going to look like it's going in, but only half of the end is going to be cut for a tenon. Let me adjust the. It's funny. Happy. And when I've done these joints in the past, when I did these joints on the last bed, I was pretty careful about lining the two members up, like having them on the workbench so I could try the joint out kind of in the process. You can't always do that. So that's a luxury in this case. But I want to make sure my layout marks are kind of on all sides here. Okay. But the tenon is going to go on the housing side of this post. So the part with the 1/2 inch housing, that's going to be where the tenon is going to be 2 5/8 inches down, and then a 1/2 inch off the layout face. I forgot to turn those lights on. I froze.
Did it?
Yeah, now I'm on right now my internet because it had a better signal, but go ahead if it died. Did it die? I'll switch us over.
You don't have the update on it? I would have that back into it. I have to go plug the other one in. It's not showing, so let me go unplug it.
Am I off? Okay. Sorry, folks. You know, this is the technical stuff and that you go through here. Trying to figure this all out. We got backup internet now. We got internet backup, so. Okay, looks like I'm still here. Yeah, that looks relatively even. So if I look frustrated, it's just because I just am tired of getting disconnected, man. I love y'all. I don't want to leave your side. But yes, Daniel was first in here today. So welcome to a new horizontal. It's in color. It's in 3D. We're in horizontal mode. Hopefully I have everything lined up just right here. Ruiz, welcome back, man. Unexcused absences, it's okay. You have not amassed 3 unexcused absences yet. 3 unexcused absences equals 10 lashes with a wet noodle. Right? So glad you're here. You avoided that narrowly. Narrowly. Let me get that other post. Honestly, y'all, you don't find this annoying? I can't hardly see me, and then I want to see me. That sounds bad. Uh-oh. So one of these, I think I started laying out those marks on, but what I want is exactly lined up here. What I start with, though, is I line these bottom joints up because it's from the bottom even here. And I'm going to use 2 stickers to show the facing. Oh no. It's fallen once already. That's a little heavier duty one. I can't handle them. It's all right. Anyways, folks, I'm going to measure these joints out and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Hopefully this wide format. Everybody says, since everybody knows better than me. Eddie's at his friend's house, so he doesn't have to endure the. Why are these not lined up right here? Like they're just a slight bit off here. I don't like that. I'm not going to use that post for now. Use this one. Actually, I did lay it out on this one. This is the one. It's already laid out, but I want to make sure about double checking here. I just got 2 posts. Now, I'll tell you, that does not look good when we line it up with this one. Oh, that's not too bad. All right. I should have marks back here, but I don't. So 2 5/8 inches down from this mortise. Need my ruler. Two 5/8, and I measured them on the other bed to be sure. One side has the through mortise at 2.5, and one has it at 2 5/8. So I decided on this bed, we will do them both at 2 5/8 inches from the bottom, the very edge of the top layout mortise. You know, the top tie beam, 2 5/8. I'm gonna go back to vertical, y'all. I like vertical. Let's move this thing. Oop. Let's move the board for now because it shows my bandsaw also, so you have the background of the bandsaw, even though it's covered in soap flakes. All right, so now we got that 2 5/8 inches down from the mortise. I'm gonna lay it out on this side too. Notice the tops, if you can see the whole side, you notice the tops are not even, but that's okay because the bottoms are. And that's like where I laid them out from. So I decided on all these posts, I'm gonna lay them out from the bottom. If I have to trim off the top, I can do that. I'm gonna double measure this just to be sure here. That does look like 2 5/8 there. So the key here is consistency. You don't want to cut these mortises and these beams and then they don't meet or they're not level. That's not very good at all. Welcome to Dad's Workshop, where we usually are vertical, and vertical today. We are horizontal by popular demand. So, you know, to all my folks, appreciate you. Love your suggestions. This one's probably going in the toilet, but I love y'all anyway. Appreciate you. And it looks different, see, because all I see is 8 watching at the bottom. It's different like than the other layout. Also don't like seeing my subs in real time either. But let's be positive and not pessimistic. That's like my life mission. All right. So this piece that's going to go between these two beams, and I'm going to move this one off, is just going to be a 2x4 with basically a dado cut out of the end of it. We were talking about dados the other day. Should I even do this? I got 4 folks here, guys. Bro, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm about to disconnect and go vertical. I hate being right. I thought the horizontal thing was cool too, guys. I don't think it works. All right, so at 1.5 inches is where this mark should be. As I'm looking at this is a little shy of 1 inch well, maybe I put that 1 3/4 inches. That's a little shy of 1.5 inches. What I'm gonna start by doing, well, I can't really zoom in, can I? Because I've got this thing set up the way it is. I guess I'll continue going, but I have 3 people here, so I'm not like super hype about doing that. All right, what I'm doing now is I'm making a mark at 3/4 of an inch because that's where I'm going to start, chiseling out that tenon. But I do need to know, I need to cut it 3.5 inches long. So let me get a ruler and measure 3.5 inches there. Did I put my ruler back? Do I still have it on me? This is what I do, set stuff down. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna abandon this live stream, guys. Yeah, man, I'm not with this. It's just, you know what I mean? Everybody told me this was the way. Got to listen to your gut, dude. It's all right though. I'm gonna go ahead and just measure this mortise out. Sometimes, it's the eye test and it's like what you know to be true. It's the truth that you know. You guys know I do this 24/7, and all I do is do this. So, when I get a suggestion such as like, do this, you got to realize I did more than just run it through ChatGPT. You know what I mean? Let me make this mark at 1.5 inches here. Is it because it looks like I have another stream going on? Is that what we think it is? Three and a half inches, which is the approximate, width of a 2x4, which is what we're going to use for this. Yeah, sure. I don't think it matters because 85 to 90% of my viewers access me through the vertical live stream. Like they scroll through vertical live streams till they find me. I'm just saying, it's just numbers, I know, guys, and a lot of people don't like those, but I'm telling y'all, man, I wasn't vertical out of laziness. All right, so I got my hat 3/4 of an inch because it's going to have 3/4 of an inch of support wood right here, and the tenon's going to be on the inside. That's the tricky thing because I got to get that on the other side as well. It has to be, the tenon has to be on the inside, support wood has to be on the outside, and then we have to know these 2 posts are going to be the posts opposite each other on the bed. That has to happen now. Well, you're important, Daniel. What you prefer is important, you know. What all y'all, that's why I did it, because I like horizontal too. That's what I was trying to tell folks is I prefer horizontal too. Look at how much more is in the frame. But on YouTube, um, when they look at live streams, they're kind of like, it's like TikTok. They're looking vertically on their phones and they're looking for vertical live streams. Just like a lot of people wanted me when I made an animation last year, and I entered it into a bunch of film festivals, and a lot of people wanted me to do vertical version of it. And actually, I kind of enjoyed making a vertical trailer of it, and Heather helped me make a vertical trailer where the thing pans. It's really cool because vertical is its own art form. I had this conversation with Eddie yesterday. Vertical is not, it's not always out of laziness. Some of the young folks today can only relate with vertical video. That's what they're used to. When they take selfies, it's always vertical. That's how they relate to their phone, is vertically, not horizontally. So, you know, use guys. It was Eddie. But it was a couple other people too that told me I should do horizontal. Yeah, I won't blame everybody, and I'm not blaming Eddie either. He believes, based on what he's read and some prompts he's put in Chat GPT, that a horizontal live stream is the way to go. I argue that it's not, based on just look at the evidence so far. Um, it's scant. So we're gonna switch back over to vertical here. We'll make this public and do that same thing. And if it seems, we'll try another. We can do like one horizontal a week until it feels like maybe it'll work. It's just the first time. I don't know. That could be it. Could not be that. I don't know. Could be just a day or something. But yeah. All right. So let me show y'all what we got here. And I'm gonna zoom in if I can. I might move it inward towards the fulcrum of the clamp, which y'all will be able to see here. I'm going to zoom in here. I don't want to do it too much. Move this joint towards the center of the clamp. Like, I feel like Chardonnay would be here, and I don't think she's here right now. Is she here? Can y'all see that? Maybe a little faint, but you see this is the size of a 2x4 here without the chamfered edges really. And then I'm going to do this just to be thorough. I know I end up with a lot of pencil marks, but go ahead and make one right here at the bottom of where that joint is, just so I know where it is. And I'm going to make an arrow there. Now the same thing I'm going to do on this one, except for on this one, it's going to be opposite. So the arrow is going to be, this is going to be towards the front of this one on this side. So let me do that kind of while it's right here. So it's towards this is the inside face. The tie beam's right here. This is the front. So it's going to be right here. Let me back up so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, so you see I've got this. This is going to be cut out here. Can y'all see me make that mark? And then on this one, it is going to be right here. I'm going to make this 1.5 inches because that's where the one mark is going to be. I did 1.5 inches from the layout face. I need to make that 3.5 inches in length. I gotta move the camera. Head's cut off. I know my head's cut off right now. 3.5 inches. I don't like that line, do I? Of course. Just extend my line here. This is why they say measure twice. Yeah, this needs to end here. So I want these opposite to each other. So these two posts will be like this, and there will be a beam running between them. You want to switch it to vertical?
Yeah, I can just move it vertical, I think. I think I have to stop it.
No, you can just, you have to reset the orientation. It should be a button on the side.
I wanna change this.
You want me to hold it?
Orientation is locked. They want this to rotate the device back. You might want to stop again or let me. It's up to you. We can actually.
Yeah.
We'll
Let's
go
see if
on
I can
bunk.
get it.
If not, we can start a new one. I'll save this one as horizontal and the new one as vertical.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. I'm gonna re-log in on a vertical live. Hopefully y'all will come back, Daniel. Apologize, man. I know you like it better that way.
It's okay.
But we'll be right back.